Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kay and thank you for joining me today. So in this video I'm excited to share my completed pages for November 2024, and it was a really busy month for me, and I was really busy at school, so I only got 7 pages done. I was quite worried that I wasn't even going to get like 4 or 5 done, but yeah, I think for the first 12-13 days I didn't even have 1 page completed, and that's because some of the pages are really detailed. In fact, most of the pages are quite detailed, apart from 1 or 2. So yes, let's get started. So Kitty says hello and let's make a start. Okay, so this is a buddy page I did last month with Kate's Colouring Haven. So Kate sent me her picture. Hers is on the left and mine is on the right. Hers is absolutely gorgeous. So thank you for doing a buddy page with me, Kate. And back to the video. So the first book is I have a buddy colour with Lucy Colours 2024. So Lucy is actually on YouTube, which I recently discovered. I thought, because I thought she was only on Instagram before, but she does have a YouTube channel. So I'm going to link her channel before. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. And we did a page in this lovely book, which is Mine Reese de Europa by Rita Berman. So I'm going to insert Lucy's picture here. So as you can see, it was a gorgeous page. So thank you so much, Lucy, for buddying up with me, and hopefully we can do another one soon. So my page for the buddy was this one. So I think I did a colouring chat where I was working on this page recently, and yeah, I did do a night scene, as you can see there, but and I was quite happy with the background. And then I made it darker behind the trees, and then yeah, just used my usual sort of mediums, you know, metallic paints, acrylic paint pens. There's some glazed pens on these leaves here. What else? A range of pencils, of course. Some paint here that you can see. Can't actually remember what that is. I think it might be Sparks Aquarelle watercolour paints, just to give it a bit of sparkle. There's some neon gel pen there, or it could actually be neon. No, I think it is actually neon Artex acrylic markers. Metallic paints on the stars and the moon. Not sure if I should have done silver actually there, but there you go. And then I did use some Renaissance Countdown to Christmas colour shift paints there on these clouds. Just wanted them to look a little bit sparkly. I have seen this year's Advent watercolours on Renaissance Colours, and they're so expensive. I do really want them, but they're like about over £100, I think, which is a really large sum of money. But yeah, I don't know, I might thinking of getting them, but I'm not sure yet, because I have a lot of watercolour paints anyway. So pencil on this lovely log cabin. There's so much acrylic marker. I remember the days when I didn't even use acrylic markers, but now it's just part of my colouring. I didn't go over the black lines over the trees using an acrylic marker. I don't know, I just thought it doesn't really need it because it's already a dark colour, so I didn't bother, but I did go over quite a lot of these other details. Yeah, I quite like it. Now, these were quite bright, these little foliage bits that I did in pencil, and then I used a grey pencil to go over it to sort of tone it down, and it did actually work. So that's actually quite a good technique to use if you're doing a night scene. The other colours, the objects that are there, will be quite toned down in colour, and they won't be that bright. So using the grey to go over the colours that you've used really does tone it down. and you know, makes it less bright, I guess. And that's it. So yes, thank you again, Lucy, for doing a buddy colour. Her channel is brilliant, and I've subscribed to it, so go and check her out. She's a lovely new addition to our colouring community that I've recently discovered. So yes, that's that one. So there we go, that's mine, Ries de Europa. And then I actually did get round to colouring one of those cute and simple pages. Actually, I don't know why I went out there when it was perfect. So I printed this out on the Spectrum Noir marker paper. Although it is good for markers, it is really smooth. So it is good for markers. And you can blend better than, say, Amazon paper. I don't think it's complete, like, you can use other mediums on it. Watercolour doesn't work as well as you'd want it to, but you can still use it. So that's what I did. I basically, I used alcohol markers, as you can tell. It's still really good paper though, to be honest. I definitely like it, and I'll buy some more when I run out. What else can I say? Yeah, I used alcohol marker. I used gel pens in places. I also used some of the Art Spirits Rainbow Dust for the bubbles, the soap bubbles, just to make it look rainbowy and glittery, because, you know, why not? And then I used some metallic paint on the tiles, in, you know, you can see, and there's some alcohol marker on some of them because I didn't want it all to be in metallic paint. And I like how I've done a like pink and blue tiled background. I did use acrylic paint markers, and the Artex are particularly good for thicker lines, so I used the Artex acrylic markers to go over the main big objects, but I did leave the small objects. I didn't bother going round those because I think I could get away with it, and I really like how it's come out. Honestly, it's so fun. This took me hardly any time, like 2 evenings, I think. Yeah, two or 3 evenings it took me, like, and when I say evening, I mean about an hour. So it still took me about, you know, 2.5 hours, I'd say, altogether. But it was so fun working on this, and I really like, I mean, it's not that simple as well. I like, I can't remember what her second name is. Yeah, I know now, Jeanette Veronica. This is a page from her book on Etsy, and I think it was called, let me just check because I did write it down. I think it was Cozy Moments. Yeah, so it's Cozy Moments 2 PDF on Etsy by Jeanette Veronica, and her pages are a little bit more detailed, not as simple as the really simple ones, because I prefer this level of detail at least on them. Any simpler than this, and then I'm probably not that keen on it. But yeah, definitely going to do more pages like this, because look, I mean, how can you not just love that? I mean, it's such a cute image. Anyway, I'll shut up now because I'm going on about it too much. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Okay, next. I actually managed to get a page done, finally, after all these months, in this lovely Korean colouring book. I'm not sure what the title is. If you're interested in this book, it is available on Cool Craft Book on Etsy. And I did this page. I really like the colours on this page, so sort of the colour palette, particularly the flowers and then the peach curtains. So that's what I did. I basically followed the colour palette mostly, but I wanted the duvet and the curtains to be the same, like the same colours. So yeah, I really did enjoy colouring this. It didn't actually take that long. It was all right, and I used some watercolour pencils. So I did use watercolour pencils. I decided to do the cats similar, in, you know, similar colours, and then I used some metallic paint here on the wallpaper at the back, and I did that in a slightly different shades of colours, but I thought the blues went really nice together with the flowers, so I thought that all fits in quite well. There's a little bit of unblended stuff here which is annoying me a little bit, so I am going to, hope you don't mind, just blend that in with a pencil. I mean, I'm sure I did blend it in with the blender pen, but I don't know what happened there. Sorry, this is meant to be completed pages, not almost completed pages. But anyway, that's some, what did we call them? The Super Golden markers on the stars there, and then some neon pencil to, you know, give the appearance of it shining around it, so it looks a little bit blurry. And then gold paint, I think that was by the Art Spirits. It's the yellowy gold that I used for the frame of the windows. Acrylic paint pen for the flowers. Watercolour pencil. I think I used the Albert Dürer watercolour pencils, and all, or did I? It may have been the Super Colours actually that I used, not the Albert Dürer watercolours, because I don't think I had them out. But yeah, I really like how that's come out, and I'm so glad that I've actually coloured a page in this book, because, you know, that's why I bought it for, to colour in rather than to just sit on my shelf. But yeah, there's some lovely images in this series of books, and I did purchase the new Panda book recently from Cool Craft Books, so I might do a flip of that. But yeah, I love the seasonal variety in these books. So that's that one. Next we have Magical World. So what, I can't even remember actually what I did in here, but I'm sure I will find out. Not that one, that was the previous month. Hang on, here we go. Oh yes, I did some of this on a colouring snippets video. So I did use a base of the tempera paint sticks. I think they were the King Art tempera paint sticks. So I used a fluorescent pink, and then I used some gel crayons. I think they were the King Art ones. I used the King Art gel crayons to add some blurry shading on top, I guess, because you can't really blend with, well, I can't blend anyway with tempera paint sticks. It just dries too quickly on the paper. And then I put some Mod Podge on the top, and there's no sticky feeling here at all, so it's completely sealed. And then the rest of it I did on the water and on this moon. I believe it's a moon, I'm not sure, but I'm taking it as it's the moon. I based it with, well, when I say based it, I actually pre-prepared the page with some satin glazing liquid for the moon and for the water, and then I used some watercolour paints over that, and there's a fair amount of layering on there. The paper is, I mean, this was my fault because I don't know how I got it there, but anyway, I'll probably do an all black background for this if I do colour the page, because I'm not sure I like to colour on a page that's been pre-prepared, because the texture is just a bit strange. Yeah, so as I was saying, I also used some, what's it called, Cosmic Shimmer Pixie Powder on here to give this sort of blurry metallic like effect, and then I dabbed it on with a sponge. It would have been useful actually to show that bit on video. And then here I used lots of different watercolour paints, and then again I used some sort of, I think I used the an acrylic glitter paint, I think it's called, oh, I can't remember, but it's like a Decor Art Glamour Dust, and it might be called Clear Ice Comet actually, so it finally coming to me. And then here I think I went over this as well with satin glazing liquid from the feel of it, and there was some metallic paint that I've put there, some acrylic paint pen, and some watercolour as well. I really like the colours that I've used in my, I mean, that is, to me, looks like the Loch Ness Monster. So yeah, I really like the colours I've used, and I like how I've added black to make it, you know, to emphasise the shading. So I'm really happy with how my, I mean, I'm going to call it the Loch Ness Monster came out. I like everything about this picture. I think it looks really nice, because I was worried when I was colouring it. I've got to tell you, when I did the pink background, I was like, what mess have you made, Kay? What, this is just awful. And then even when I had done this bit and this bit, the moon and the water, I was still thinking, oh, it's rubbish, it's rubbish, it's rubbish. But then as I started working on it, and I just kept adding more and more, and I didn't give up, I just kept going. I was liking it more and more, and now I do really like it. So that's just a hint and a tip that, you know, when you think your page is going really badly, just keep at it, keep going with your ideas, don't give up, and hopefully as you get nearer to finishing it, you will like it. I mean, I tried to keep it cohesive because I didn't want to use too many colours, so I kept the pink with pinks here, because it would look a bit odd to me if I didn't have pinks and purples here, because then this background would look a bit odd, I thought. So that's why I put pinks and purples here. I hope I'm not going on too much. I'm just sort of explaining my process. And then I thought I need pink in the actual centre of the page as well. So then I thought it's ideal to put a bit of pink in the castle. And then you've got the dark colours here in the moon and sort of the dark colour in the water. So I thought it all sort of gelled together quite well, and then you have this beautiful Loch Ness Monster. So really enjoyed doing that page, and yeah, the paper of course is gorgeous to work on in Johanna Basford's books, and I really do want to do another page in here, probably not for December, but I definitely need to pick it up in January, I think. So yeah, so that's Magical Worlds. And then I did one in Enchanted Creatures, which is by Lolita Ayer. So the one, I think I did a little bit of this on the snippets video as well. So this one is the owl. Now I did see a colourful, no, not colourful, My Colourful Country Life. Yeah, so Karen did do this page, and she did put it on her Instagram, and I saw it and I thought, oh, that's so stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. So you've got to check it out. But yeah, I had already started on this, and I'd done my dark background, which I used Inktense pencils. I do remember that. I did use Inktense pencils, and then I wanted to, again, not use too many different colours. So I wanted this foliage to predominantly be green, and then I thought I'd add a bit of pink and purples, which for the flowers, which would go with the background. And then you've got this warm colour, you know, the warm, if I can speak, the warmth from the orange and the browns for the owl, I think work really well against the purples and blues for the background. So again, similar sort of mediums used. I did use alcohol marker, as you can see, for quite a lot of the owl. And then I did use some Deco Art triple glaze for the eyes. I did use the Sakura Jelly Roll black glaze for the centre of the eyes. And then I used the triple glaze just to go over the eyes as well. And yeah, that's it really. And I went over with some darkness around, as in the black pencil, around the edge of the owl. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this has come out. And yeah, it took a while. It did take a while. It did take me quite some time, because it's really detailed. And I like sort of highlighting the little Zendoodle details inside the objects. So I use a fine liner for that, because I think it adds to the page and makes it look even better. So that's Enchanted Creatures. Next, I did a page in The Artist's Fault. This might have been in one of my colouring snippets as well. So this book was gifted to me, and I'm so grateful for this book. And yeah, did get a little card as well. So I'm really, really thankful to Ruth, who sent me this colouring book. And of course we can't get it here in the UK because it's only available in Walmart in the US. So I managed to get this page done, which I am really pleased with. It took me a very, very long time to complete this page. It is highly, highly detailed. It is by Fabiana Attanasio, because I know that because it's written here. And yeah, I know I've done this on a on a snippets video. Can't remember if it was, it must have been the November one. And then I've got glazed pen on these flowers, lots of acrylic pen going over the lines, and yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. I did add a little bit of sparkle on the sky, and of course I used purples and blues quite a lot because those are my favourite colours, and also during the winter season, I don't know, I'm even more drawn to those shades of colours. So yeah, my bees have got a little bit of a countdown to Christmas Renaissance colours colour shift paints there on the wings, and then I did go over the lines on the wings with some white acrylic paint marker. But then maybe I'm thinking I should have used silver pen. I think that might have looked, but then again, I still like it how I've done it, and I'm not going to change it. So, but that is another option for wings, to go over the black lines with a silver metallic marker. And that's it. Yeah, I really like doing this page. I have got one more page to, you know, when I say that's it, that's it for this page. But yeah, it took a long time doing the honeycombs. I was so fed up of doing the honeycombs. I was so glad when they were over and done with. And then you've got those pesky little objects here, the corn on the cob there, a little shell and different things hanging about. So yeah, that's that one. So let me just put that one away. Let me put my card back as well. So my last page took me the longest time, and you will not be surprised at all. It is the Brown Bear Wood Colouring and Spotting book, and Colour Them In, Hang Them Up by Freya Hartis. And this is my third page in this book, so I'm quite pleased. It is such a detailed page, mega detailed, and it is This Autumn Party. So I hope you can see some of the details, but this took me such a long time, I mainly use on this paper the Pablo pencils and the Faber-Castell Polychromos because they work so well on this paper. This bit here is just done with gel crayons. I also used, for this sort of blurry effect that you can see in the background, you know, to give the idea of it's further away and a little bit fuzzy, that I used the pastel pencils, Faber-Castell Pastel Pit pencils, I think they're called. So I sort of did that with that, and then this background and a bit of the background for the grass was all in pan pastels as well. I haven't actually fixed this yet, so that is something that is actually yet to do, but you can see, just giving you a close-up, there is so much detail on this page that it took me a long time. It took me a very long time, but I am so glad that I managed to complete it within the month, because that was quite a feat, really. Right, just bring it in there so you can actually see the whole page. I did use the Jelly Roll black glaze for the eyes on all the little creatures and for the party sign. And yeah, that's it. I did put in lines here, you know, to make it look like a checked tablecloth type thing, as it was in the picture book. So I do look at the picture book when I colour these images. So this is the picture book, Down to the Woods Today, and I did use this inspiration page. You can see the checked. Mine looks a little bit on the slant, but it's still, I do definitely use the picture book to help me out. And yeah, that's that one. So that one is my favourite this month because it took me the longest and it required the most effort. But I really enjoyed doing it. And the other two that I've done previously is this one, which isn't as detailed, I think, as this autumn one that I did. And the first one I ever did in this book was that one. It is a book that I want to finish, but who knows how long it'll take to do that. But yeah, those are all my completed pages. I know there wasn't that many, but I hope you did enjoy the ones that you did see. I certainly enjoyed colouring this month, and yeah, it was definitely a fun colouring month. So until next time, guys, take care. Happy colouring. Thanks for watching. Bye.